Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to the final chapter of Let's Play Quest for Glory 4 Shadows of Darkness, The Thief Path. Well, as you can see, we're here at the Castle Borgove Gate, which is now handily open. It'll be closed until you get all 5 rituals, and we have all 5 rituals. We've been gifted with some foreknowledge by our fortune teller friend, so now there's nothing else to do but come inside.
Oh, what a good boy you are. You would never do anything to hurt me, would you? Unlike some others I could name. So, you have returned with the rituals. Good. Very good. We will journey at once to the Dark One's cave. Soon it will be forever night and I shall never be at anyone's mercy again. Ya Avuzel, hear me, great Dark One. Open thy mouth that we may enter.
Oh my.
Open thy mouth that will swallow us all. Open thy mouth of darkness, Ya Avuzel.
That is all I can do for you, Matt. You will need to perform the other rituals yourself.
We will be watching you, so do not even think of trying to betray us.
The last ritual remains with the High Priest. You will need to take it before you begin the other rituals. Please, be careful.
Yes, we would hate for anything unpleasant to happen to you.
He does sound a bit like Richard O'Brien.
And good luck.
Anyway, yeah, Adavis Cesrio sounds a bit like Richard O'Brien. It's astounding. Time is fleeting. And I forgot to turn the volume down, so... And yeah, we defaulted back to walk mode. We want to be sneaking because... Great googly moogly, look at that thing.
As awful as it now appears, something about the creature's shape suggests that it was once as human as you. Something truly terrible must have occurred to change it to its current shape. The horrible being seems to be asleep.
Oh, and conveniently, right next to it...
You see an old leather-bound book.
Well, let's hope that our stealth skill is high enough. Because I think this thing is powerful enough that if you wake it up as a thief, it's an instant death situation, even though, as a fighter and a paladin, you are meant to attack the thing. Wizard, I think you just cast Fetch on the book after calming the thing.
You pick up the book and read it. It is the diary of the Last Boya. It seems that the thing in the pit was the Last Boya. Being a servant of the Dark One didn't do much for his looks or disposition. On the last page is the thing you have been searching for, the Ritual of Essence. Now you have all the rituals, and the summoning of the Dark One can begin.
Well, except the mouth one, but...
The book crumbles into dust in your hands moments after you memorize the final ritual.
And just for giggles... I just want to see if we get a snarky comment from the narrator on this.
The dagger sticks into the blob thing's side, and it winces in pain. The dagger... The thing looks dead. It's not easy to tell that a mound of grotesque flesh is dead, mind you, but you've got a feeling for such things now. Dead is dead. The horror is gross,
That...
Well, did I retrieve my daggers after that? I did not. think I took an honor hit for that, but, you know, it's not worth losing my daggers this late in the game, so this is why we saved first. So we'll go ahead and sneak our way back out of here. And we get the option to... Let's go ahead and test the rope. Just be paranoid. It may have gotten rough.
Cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm.
Yeah, if this were an old school Sierra game, we'd die if we didn't do this first, but... Alright, and looks like the first one that we came from originally is open. And it keeps defaulting us back to walking when I'd rather be sneaking around the place. I know there's nobody in here, but it's the principle of the thing. Anyway, we'll go ahead and replace that.
We put the torch back in the sconce.
Handy torch. And we need the Dark One sign to activate the altar.
That didn't do anything useful. That didn't do... You press the Dark One sign against the top of the altar. The sand swirls and shifts to form a mirror image of the sign. The Dark One sign dissolves into the sand. Its purpose fulfilled at last.
Alright, so... Think Bone Ritual is the first.
That didn't do it. You unroll the scroll containing the bone ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya Avuzal, Dark One, come!
Oh my.
I stand among your massive bones. Let your skeleton once more be filled with your presence. The rocks of the cave creak and groan around you, as if forced to bear some massive weight. Ya Avuzal, take shape once more in this place that is your home. Stand again among us. The bones near the altar start to sway and move as if a massive wind was blowing change through the cavern. Ya Avuzal, Dark One, come. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. Suddenly you realize that the nearest bones have formed into a cage and are closing around you.
Well, there's only one way out of this as a thief. Yeah, as a fighter or paladin you can break out. As a thief you can, or a wizard, you can use your spells to break the bones. But we're a thief, we have to be all acrobatic and such. Thankfully, I think if it's the last one of these, it's a time puzzle, and hey, our honor did go up anyway. Weapon use increased somehow. And vitality, we may actually get our stealth to break 300 before the game is over at this rate.
The valve won't budge. If you had a bit more light.
Okay.
You take the...
Keep sneaking.
You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through.
Alright, and we see another sphincter opening.
A stone valve blocks this path. The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. Feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it.
Well, obvious way to get there from here.
You move as close as you can get to the island, then try a death-defying acrobatic leap towards it. It's too far. You can't jump. The upper shelf looks pretty distant. It would take an incredible feat of acrobatics to make it from here.
Do you really want to make the attempt? Yes! Mwahaha! Okay, so from here...
You don't see a good place. It's too far. It's too... This is not a good...
Okay, so from here, I think we can do the blood ritual.
You unroll the scroll containing the blood ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya, a woozle, bringer of blood, I bring fresh blood to fill your veins. Following the scroll's instructions, you prick your finger and let a few drops of blood drip into the altar bowl. They seem to sizzle and roil within the black bowl. Ya, a woozle, let this chamber fill with your fiery blood once more. Drops of thick acid liquid begin to form and drip from the altar into the bowl. Ya, a woozle, bringer of blood! The dark liquid oozes forth from openings throughout the chamber and begins to fill the channels below. The blood hisses and sizzles as it flows. The scroll falls from your hands into the altar bowl, where it is instantly consumed by the acid. A thick, putrescent liquid now oozes and flows through the cave. It looks highly corrosive and in general like something you'd best avoid. You move as close as...
Ta-da!
The huge stone tentacle is hollow. Somehow reminds you of a mocking imitation of a musical instrument.
Alright, well, this will be the breath ritual, I think. Yep.
You unroll the scroll containing the breath ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to read the ritual. Ya, a woozle of the breath of night, I shall come to draw forth your breath in the song of shadows. On the most right horn shall I begin thy song. The shadows of darkness gather. Ya, a woozle, then shall I play on the leftmost of three. The wind shall come forth among the shadows. I shall bring breath again unto thy centre. The wind of darkness blows all before it. Ya, a woozle of the breath of night, I shall sound the final note on high. The shadows of darkness shall rise again. You sense an awakening and a waiting within the altar, as if it is alive and expecting something more.
Now I'm going to save here because there is a way to screw this up and get killed doing this part. That was the right first.
The altar feels strange.
Actually, the right tentacle first. And that really sucks. Do you suppose that you created a vacuum inside the tentacle by blowing so hard, or was it just hungry? Whatever the reason, explosive decompression has set in. So yeah, it was right, left, then up high. And I thought that was right, but clearly not.
You take a deep breath, then blow hard into the hollow.
Yep, the right, then the left.
You take a deep breath.
And then high center.
You straighten out. You take a deep.
Oh, there was one more step, wasn't there?
You take a deep. You take it.
Are you tone deaf or simply slow on the uptake? You seem to have found a very wrong note to be played, now so you have been rocked to sleep forever.
You take it. You take a deep.
Right center and then high.
You take. You take a deep.
There we go. But we're still not out of the woods just yet.
Dust swirls through the chamber as the giant lung blows its power.
Thankfully, as a thief, we are agile enough that we can cling to the wall after getting blown against it and climb away from this. Of course, it is possible to just run if you get caught in the backdraft and avoid it in the first place, but I do like the pixelated climbing image, so there you go. And that little fanfare indicates that we're getting 15 points for every time we clear one of these caverns. So our score is currently at 419, and hey, acrobatics, and what did I tell you, stealth is at 300 now. I'd rather be closer to 400, but it's probably the most difficult thing to level in Quest for Glory 3 and 4, respectively.
You feel totally numb. Can't see anything, feel anything, hear anything, taste anything, or even smell anything. Is this totally senseless? Wait. You just felt something, hard and round with some spiky bits sticking out. Your sense of touch has returned.
And yeah, there's not much to this test. It's just a matter of trying to walk around the dark screen until you get your senses restored.
Wow, did something just die in here? Your sense of smell has just returned with a vengeance. Kinda wish it hadn't. You hear a loud, almost explosive pounding and something like rushing water. After a moment you realize that you're hearing the sounds of your own heartbeat and of the blood pulsing through your veins. You stand still for a second until the sounds subside to a dull throb. You can hear again.
Well, thank goodness we haven't gotten taste restored yet.
Blinding glare assaults your vision, and you nearly fall from the path. It's as if you're staring directly at the sun. After a bit, you still see stars. Now at last you can see the cave you're in. Ahead of you lies the altar.
Alright, so from here, sense ritual.
You begin to... Ya, Avuzel! Dark calls unto darkness. Reach out thy tentacles to feel life again. Let the sense of this world permeate thy smell. Ya, Avuzel, the sounds of our world are loud in thine ears to do with what thou will. Let the light and shadow of this world enter thy sight. Let thine own shadow of darkness cover the world without the need of light. Ya, Avuzel, dark calls unto darkness. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. You hear a crackling noise and see flashes of lightning from the dendrites as the smell of ozone permeates the air.
So yeah, there is electricity bouncing around this cavern. And it is a bit dangerous for it to touch you. Now, I can't honestly recall.
Why?
Well, I want to stay off that path. I think I might be able to climb down.
Can't catch anything with the grab. This is not a good... This is not a...
Of course, you can try and run through it and take damage, but...
This is not a good... This is not... This is... This dendrite stem is a little narrower. It appears to be a...
Yeah, so shocking but not unmanageable. That one, however, was. Good thing we have healing potions still.
That feels good.
But they aren't doing much for us at this point. Let's see, can we...
This is not a good... This is... This does...
Well, you know...
You do not... Why? Why? Why would...
I had hoped I could get a running start, but... You have the power. Actually, the power has you. You perform a fairly credible imitation of an incandescent light bulb before burning out with a final flash. So we do in fact have to do that, and it turns out the autosave did not kick in. So we have to do that whole bit again.
You take a deep...
Oh well, we get to do this again. Isn't that fun?
That...
And I'm just going to try and run past it. Yeah, so even running didn't really help on this one. I'm going to go ahead and keep running through this part because that took forever just sneaking through, and I just realized my speed got dumped down.
Wait. You stay blinding after...
Okay, well that was not too bad of a trek. Let's try this again.
You begin...
As much as I love the narration, we are fast approaching the half-hour mark. I didn't want this to be too much longer than usual, even though this is the grand finale of the game.
What? You don't...
Okay, so we can use this to go...
This is not... Can't catch anything with the grapnel from here. This is... This is not a good...
Yeah, okay, timing on that really was against us.
This is not... This is not... This... This is... This is... This is... This is... This dead... It's a round ball. This is... This is... This... This is... Can't... This is... This is... This is... This is...
Finally! Okay, well, that just leaves...
The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it.
Hey, that sounds vaguely familiar. Well, we have nothing left but the heart ritual, and this is the heart of the cavern, so...
You unroll the scroll containing the heart ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Yah, Avuzel, Master of Darkness, your servant stands now before your heart of darkness. Let your heart pulsate again with power and life. You feel a heavy throbbing sensation from your own heart, as if some force is trying to rip it free from your chest.
Kalima! Kalima!
Yah, Avuzel, let the heart of darkness force the black blood through your veins. The pressure on your chest relaxes as the stone heart begins to pulse and throb with unearthly energy. Yah, Avuzel, Master of Darkness. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. The rumbling noise grows louder as a passage opening appears in the ceiling above the heart altar.
Well, how How else are we going to get up there but climbing?
Very good. You have succeeded where many have failed. Begin the final ritual. Soon the darkness will return to this land, and I will never lie helpless in my coffin again. Summon a Woozle and free the shadows of darkness.
Enough talk! Let's get this over with.
I do believe you are jealous. Is that because this hero stopped you from summoning Iblis so long ago? You resent the fact that I triumphed while you failed, don't you?
I only wish to begin your moment of triumph, my dear Dark Master.
Very well. Let the final ritual begin.
You begin to recite the final ritual. Yah, a Woozle, we summon thee. Cold chill fills you, and you feel as if your blood was being sucked from your veins. Still you continue. Oh, great Dark One, enter the world of light. You feel as if your feet were slowly and painfully dissolving into the floor as if by acid. Somehow you continue the essence ritual. Oh, shadows of darkness, enter the land of the living. Your arms feel as if they were frozen, locked forever holding this paper. You continue to speak because you have no other choice. Oh, Master of the Forever Night, return to your own body and live again. Your head aches, and it's getting incredibly difficult to concentrate. You can barely intone the last words of the ritual. Yah, Yah, Woozle, we summon thee.
Yes! Yes! The spell is completed, and a Woozle awakens. Darkness will fill the land, and we will never flee the sunshine again. No! How dare you!
Ah, you have just shattered the bonds which bound me. Now we shall see who is the true Dark Master.
I am still a far greater master of magic than you. I am a far more powerful vampire than you. Do you really think your spells can harm me? Guess again.
But my dear Katrina, I do not need to cast spells at you to destroy you. I intend only to destroy my enemy, the one you seem so fond of. Care to watch him die?
No! I will not let him die!
The fool! I knew that a Woozle would be attracted by that spell. Now Katrina will have all the darkness she so desired, and much, much more. Ah, the first part of my vengeance is complete. Now I can enjoy fully watching you die slowly and painfully.
The tendrils you clutch so desperately are starting to slip through your numb fingers. You cannot hold on much longer. Still, there is a fire burning inside you as you realize that Katrina truly cared for you. You know that you must stop Athavis once more and forever, and prevent the Dark One from fully entering this world.
There's no place you can run to, and no place for you to hide. Soon there won't even be a place to stand upon. Getting worried, great hero?
Well, we don't have long to act, so we might as well... Got a couple of different things here, but we've only got one thing that's powerful enough to be able to fight a wizard vampire.
The staff has changed in your hands into a sharp wooden stake.
Cute toy, but you'll never get close enough to hurt me with it. My spells will destroy you utterly should you be so foolish as to try.
And probably should have taken a little bit more speed there. But we do get to see the bad game ending doing this. So close, and yet, as the shadows of darkness cover the land and thousands of voices cry out in agony and grief, you think to yourself, maybe that wasn't quite the right thing to do. Well, luckily we got an autosave. So just speed through the narration.
The fool!
Tell the ultimate joke.
You tell the ultimate joke about the wizard and the farmer's daughter. That's a killer.
You think to delay your demise by telling stupid jokes? That wasn't even funny.
Despite his protestations, Adavis begins to laugh. In a few moments he's doubled over, still laughing uncontrollably. Now's your chance!
Alright, so grab the staff.
The staff has...
And we are going to flip over there.
You can't jump to...
Why?
You can't jump to them. A voice forms in the air around you, seemingly coming from your glowing staff. It is time for you to fulfill my final destiny. You must use me to release my mistress from her imprisonment. You touch the staff of Irana to the crystal.
Thank you. You have freed me from my long imprisonment and this land from its own danger. I have driven Avuzal back to its own dimension, and I shall make certain it can never return. The darkness is banished forever from Mordavia because of you. My spirit is released, and I am no longer trapped by the Dark One. Thank you. I can hold this image no longer. Farewell.
Two weeks pass from the final encounter in the Dark One's cave. Your friends and acquaintances in Mordavia hold a party in your honor at Castle Borgov.
So even as we speak, the swamp is drying up. Soon the pass will open, and we may trade with the outside world.
NAFTA, because we have to. We can finally sell our produce to others.
Yeah, we'll export garlic to all parts of the world. Everybody will be stinky.
We can even import an elephant or two, just for old time's sake.
The king has sent word that I shall be the newly appointed Boya. Castle Borgov will again protect and guard Mordavia.
He could not have chosen a worthier person for the role. And I mean that sincerely.
We have gathered here to thank this hero. He has driven away the shadows of darkness from this land. Mordavia will again be the peaceful, beautiful land of our forefathers.
The people fill the room with their cheers.
He returned Tanya to us. For that, we shall be forever grateful.
He proved that dreams can be real if you work to make them so.
He brought me back to my mommy and daddy, and you know what? They weren't even mad at me.
Everyone again gives a cheer of happiness.
Igor be engraved if not for hero friend. Instead of redhead, Igor be deadhead. Little graveyard humor there.
I would have been burned at the stake only because I am a gypsy, if this hero had not befriended me.
That's because some people whose names we won't mention, but you know who you are, spread nasty rumors that gypsies were werewolves. How foolish to believe such things.
Uh-huh.
There are many here who owe their lives and happiness to this hero. In a land with a history of great heroes like Pyotr and Irana, he is one of the greatest.
Again, the hall is filled with cheers of excitement. You suddenly hear a familiar pair of voices.
There, that's it. I believe this crystal ball is finally working. Do you see anything, Fenris?
Yeah, I see him. He's with a bunch of people. Either a reward ceremony or a lynch mob.
What? Let me see. Well, it's a reward ceremony, of course. He's probably done some great deed, as usual.
So now what?
Well, seeing that his adventure in Moldavia is obviously over, we bring him here to Silmaria, of course.
Suppose he doesn't want to come here.
Ah, you forget. He is a hero. Silmaria needs a hero right now. And everyone knows a hero has to go where a hero has to go.
Let's hope he knows that. Just make sure you use the right spell to teleport him. The last time you tried this, you brought the clothes and left the person behind.
This time, for sure.
And I think they did a different voice actor that time. But hey, Stealth 300, Acrobatics 338, and we got a perfect score of 500.
Congratulations. You have successfully completed Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness, with the maximum possible score. We welcome you to the ranks of the few, the proud, the true heroes. If you have not already done so, we encourage you to play Shadows of Darkness again with the other character types. Many of the puzzles are different or have alternate solutions. In the meantime, you are already a winner. Please insert a writable disk in your floppy drive to save your winning hero for use in later Quest for Glory games.
I'll hope that this works.
The save character file has been created. Save this disk for use with later Quest for Glory games from Sierra Online. Thank you for playing Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness. And congratulations again on winning. We hope to see you again in a future Quest for Glory.
And you will see me again in a future Quest for Glory, because there is one more game left. Quest for Glory 5 Dragonfire. And I'm not sure yet if that will be the next game I do a playthrough of. I think I shall leave that question to those of you following me on Twitter and other social media, but honestly that decision will probably be made by the time you hear this. But go ahead, give me a shout out in the replies, or message me on Twitter. That's Geeky Ways on Twitter. And let me know what you think about this. Let me know what game you'd like me to do next, if there's any other games you'd like me to do a retro playthrough of. But, yeah, not the usual comedic credits we get, but you still get some funny stuff with the skeletons here. Last Boya Yorick. Yeah, here's who to blame for the combat system. And we never did get to see a Revenant, for which I apologize, but it's totally random which monsters show up, and I just kept getting bunnies. Not much else to say about this. Like I said, I do like this game. I agree it probably has one of the stronger stories out of all of them. It definitely has the most character. And the voice acting is great. I mean, there's some great voice actors working on this. And it is, beautiful. It's just that unfortunately this game got released and rushed out. Oh, there's the tarot deck, the Russian Tarot St. Petersburg deck. And now I think we're circling back around through the credits. Yep, but yeah, overall, this game still holds up phenomenally well. The glitches have been fixed for the version that's available on Good Old Games, so no worries there. You saw we didn't have as many crashes as we did back in Quest for Glory 3. Well, we had one crash in that one, but I digress. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for sticking out with this longer than usual chapter. And I'll see you on the next adventure. Take care until then. Oh, and we get this time. Okay, for real. I'm going away now. Take care.